Nobody has missed more big chances in the Premier League this season than Darwin Nunez, this guy. He's missed 15 big chances, which sounds like an awful lot, like he's rubbish. He's wasting all the chances he's getting, but he scored quite a lot of goals for Liverpool this season so far already. And also, if you turn that stat a little bit and look at it another way, Erling Haaland, the best striker ever, he's missed 12 big chances. This is Opta's data. Mo Salah, you all love Mo Salah, he's missed 12, that's pretty good. You've got to be in the right place at the right time to be able to get big chances as well, this is the thing. And nobody in the Premier League has had as many big chances per 90 as Darwin Nunez. Nobody's had as many shots per 90 as Darwin Nunez. This guy's absolute chaos. And there's a valid criticism of him, right? He gets lots of chances to score, he misses some, he scores a lot, he's always in the right place at the right time, but he lacks composure and decision making. These are the things he lacks. He's got all the physical attributes of a player you want. He's incredibly fast, incredibly strong, he works really hard, so players and fans like him. Looks like he's trying hard, people like that in England especially, so that's good things. But when he gets into these sorts of positions here, it's almost like the walls start to come in a little bit and his decision making just goes out the window. But we can look at the reasons that Liverpool wanted to sign him in the first place. So one of the main reasons they got him is that he's a very exciting, high talented, high potential young player. He's 23, lots of room to develop, but he's ready now. He scored 26 goals in 28 games, I think it was, for Benfica in his first full season starting at that high level. He also got 6 goals in 10 Champions League games. That's pretty good as well. So you know he's got the talent to be able to play. You can see him, he's good. But you can play it on the left. He likes to receive the ball on the left awful lot because he's actually more of a winger than a striker, really. Like he'll be a striker eventually properly. He already is. You know what I'm saying? He likes to get the ball on the wing a lot because he's so fast, can go past players easily. He can play on the right as well. He scored a few goals on the right. He comes inside and shoots across the player like an inside forward from the right position. So multi-positional, that's useful in Liverpool's front three, which is meant to be very fluid and flexible and be able to change a lot. He works hard off the ball, can lead the press, is good at doing that as well. It's not his fault that Liverpool had defensive problems. That's probably a midfield issue and just loads of errors individually at the back. We've got videos on Liverpool's defensive frailties from this season. In fact, if you want to see more of that sort of stuff, go look at our channel, subscribe to our channel, Tifo IRL, right here, subscribe. Once you've done that, I'll continue. And you've done it now. Well done, thank you, good. Right, so let's look at what other things Liverpool looked at when they bought him, because this guy's getting an awful lot of hassle from people. Right, this is his FB Ref. It's a really good website. Right, this is what he looks like compared to his positional peers in the men's big leagues. Now, his goals, like this is all decent, right? He's 90th percentile in the top 5 leagues for goals. Expected goals, he's higher. He's in the 96th expected goals. Doesn't have many key passes or passing the final third. He's not that kind of player. He's a guy that makes things happen by going at you and making things happen like that. He's chaos. He's fun to watch, right? This is all fine. If we look at his Smarter Scout, another sort of data set, you can see more clearly, I think, what he looks like. So just absolute madness here. Loads of shot creation, ball progression, receptions in the opposition box. This means he receives the ball a lot in the opponent's box, obviously. High shot volume, the highest shot volume you can possibly get. Just makes things happen. Things happen when he's there. Also lots of ball recoveries and interceptions. And he can keep the ball. This guy's really good. And we look at this here. No player has been more involved in their team's attack this season than Darwin Nunez. Look at that. And there's the people's champion Erling Haaland below him. Darwin Nunez here, you see. I like Erling Haaland, I'm just being facetious there. Now we look at another bit of data. This is where he gets his chances from. As you can see, they're in very high value areas. He's in the right place at the right time, and that needs excellent positioning, off the ball movement, anticipation, awareness of what's going on around you. These are the things he's good at. The problem is when he gets in that sort of positions, that's when the low composure and decision making come into play, and we'll touch on that in a second. But like we say, he's not always been our central striker. He's doing that more for Liverpool this season, you see here. But for Benfica, lots of his play was on the left, receiving it and playing into the left half space. This sort of bit here. You see, he's got the attributes of like a winger, like a chaos version of Thierry Henry. Like he starts off wide, comes inside, a really useful kind of tool to have, especially when you've got Salah doing the same thing on the right. It makes absolute sense. He's one of the most high potential young players at the time when he was bought by Liverpool for loads of money. And Haaland was expensive too. Like I know he was slightly less transfer fee. He's getting paid. Anyway, let's look at what we see from Darwin Nunez, right? So we see him on the left channel here. This is an example against Wolves, the last game that Liverpool played before we recorded this. Now, they're 1-0 down. Darwin Nunez is here. He wins the ball with a header from a throw-in. That's good. He's good in the air as well. He's just a big lad, right? Wins the ball. The play is swapped. Alexander-Arnold comes into the ball. You might have seen this goal. It's brilliant. It's a lovely finish as well. Now look where this fullback is marking this guy here. So Nunez is about to take off. He's gone. He's already away from him. He doesn't get close for the rest of this move. Alexander-Arnold pushes into the space that he's got. Darwin Nunez looks up and he points where he wants the ball to go. He's playing on the left side. You see Gakpo's moved inside. Salah's inside as well. So this is your front three fluid, and they've already swapped Gakpo and Nunez. That doesn't mean he's going to have to stay wide though. He's going to get through the middle because Liverpool have a very narrow shape. So you get to this bit here. Here's the front three, more blurry now. Alexander-Arnold's curled that ball. It's a beautiful pass over the top for Nunez where he's going to go, which is this area here where he's pointed. The ball lands, and then, look at this, amazing finish. The ball lands, and he sort of lets it roll down his shin onto his foot, and it just drops into this bit of the post here. The goalkeeper just can't expect that, because it's going where he is. He's blocking that part of the goal, so why on earth would this guy shoot there? It catches him by surprise. You just don't expect it. That's half the fun of it. The ball goes in, it looks brilliant. It's a great finish. And everyone loves the goal because it's fantastic. And he's done it before. This is the thing, like, does he mean to do that? Or is it something that's come instinctively? Is it an error that's worked out really well? Well, here he is, right? Here's him against Southampton now, look. So the ball's over on this side of the pitch. Liverpool very narrow, little tactical thing to look out for with Liverpool, always very narrow together. So the ball turns over, they've got players there to win the ball back, counter-pressing because they can create chances that way. Darwin Nunez is standing off the last man, just behind this guy. He looks over his shoulder a couple of times to make sure he knows where he is. But Nunez is standing in line, so he knows that where the last man is, so he can get himself ready to get involved. So the play moves back a little bit. These guys step up. He then takes a side step backwards to make sure he's onside. This is the thing, because he sees Harvey Elliott has the ball. Now, the most obvious thing that's going to happen, because Harvey Elliott is left-footed, is that ball's going to curve in to where he's going to go. So he's making sure he's moving onside, side-on body shape to launch, to go. Look at his body positioning compared to Salah. If Elliott fires that pass through, Salah gets back to goal, he's going to have to turn. That's going to make it easier for the defender to get closer to him, to block in, the ball's going to go backwards. Nunez, perfect body positioning, side on, ready to go, all his weight's in his back foot, ready to pounce, ready to go. The ball comes over, he pounces, gets away behind the defender, and then a brilliant finish that nobody could expect because he puts it to the side where the goalkeeper is. So the goalie just doesn't know what he's going to do. He almost gets there, but he's too quick. He has the wrong body weight to be able to drop down to stop that. It's a brilliant finish off his left foot. Does he mean it? I don't know. I don't know if he means that or it's just a natural thing that happens. Here's another example of him doing the same thing. This is like pre-season, well, in the winter break after the World Cup, right? This is Liverpool against AC Milan. The ball's over here. This is Nunez. Look at the goal. It's massive, right? All you've got to do is put the ball in this bit here. Easy finish, easy goal. No, not for Nunez. He puts it exactly where the goalkeeper is. He almost gets a hand on it. That can't be on purpose. That is just the guy coming across, the guy's not paying attention to what he's doing, or he's just doing it instinctively, knowing the ball will probably go in if he hits it. But right place, right time, brilliant movement, great positioning, and then he does that. It's bizarre. I can't quite work out whether he means to do half the things he does. And to back me up, there's a brilliant article in The Athletic written by Alan Shearer, one of my heroes, there he is here, with Mark Carey, you all know Trapped in the Scattergram. Now, they talk about Nunez, and Shearer says some of the things that I also think about him, which is a relief to hear, about the composure and decision making, but says that he can learn these things. These are things he can learn. And there's an example of something that Nunez does. I think it's against Aston Villa, right? So, because he's so quick, quite regularly Liverpool can get him in over behind the defence. It's a really useful tool, having a player who can get in behind and be penetrative. It's something that City got with Holland, didn't really have it before. Maybe Sterling getting in behind, a useful tool. But he's got that in his list of things he can do. I don't want to say locker, I don't like it, but I said it now. Anyway, Nunez is in behind. So this is an example of a chance that he misses, right? So he gets in, I think he's played the left half space. He plays him through here, and his defender tight to him. Now, what Shearer says, and I think that's the thing I agree, the natural thing to do here, for Nunez, the natural thing for him to do is keep running kind of along here. But what you want to do really is try and step across the defender, because once you get your body between you and the defender in a situation, this guy has to try and foul you, which is a red card and he's off, or he's just going to bring you down. He can't make the tackle basically, which means you can get ahead of him, safer with the ball. It also means you can get to a more central position, because once you're in a central position, then you've got options. You can put it to the right, to the left of the goalie, maybe he'll come out and you can dink it over him. Different options. Instead, what he does is he gets the ball, doesn't pay attention to the scenario around him, and just goes down the left, uses his speed this way. The defender can sort of size him up, take him along, show him why the touchline is the defender's best friend, shows him here, and then by the time he gets here, that angle is too hard to score from. Any good goalkeeper should stop a shot from this angle. And that's the thing you've seen, that there were people doing all memes of Nunez getting the ball here against Man City, and he takes a shot and it goes wide here. That's an incredibly difficult shot to score. You're really unlikely to score from this position, taking a shot here, unless you've got absolute power and perfect accuracy, flying it in the top corner, or you manage to catch the keeper out and punt it in through here. to the near post, or you just get lucky with a goalkeeper mistake. But you're not going to get that from Ederson. He's not going to make that mistake. So that's really harsh. There's a few examples of him shooting from this sort of range and dragging it wide. But these are all things, as Shearer says in that article, which you should read on The Athletic, that you can be better at through training, coaching, and repetition. So Shearer said he'd have sessions where he'd be taught to get in behind and then shown to get in behind the defender. It's something Jamie Vardy does very well. You'll see him do it all the time, gets in behind. But Nunez is 23 and playing, this is his first, Premier League is his top 5 leagues, first league he's played in at that level. Benfica before that, lower leagues in, I think it was Uruguay he was playing in before he went to Benfica. Now Liverpool obviously is a bigger deal against really good defenders. So once he gets that in his locker, he'll be much better at being able to do those sorts of things. But also, you can see he's already learning as we go along. So it's going to be practice sessions that make him better. And Jurgen Klopp has said he's worked with some amazing strikers in the past. Robert Lewandowski is quite good. You may have heard of him. And he said that there was times when he just couldn't hit the shots with the clinicality, is that a word? I don't know. We're going to go for it. With the clinicality to be able to score the sorts of goals he has. And of course, Lewandowski became, at his age now, he's 35, maybe 33, something like that. He's older anyway. But he didn't get to that peak till he was 27, 28, right? It takes time to get to that level, to be clinical, always hitting those shots. Nunez is always in the right place to get the shots away in the first place. Once he improves with training and coaching, he'll be there. Here's an example of something good or something bad that he did, right? And it's against the same opposition. This is a Man City game, Liverpool versus Man City. Liverpool are 1-0 up. Well done to Liverpool, here we go. Liverpool are very narrow. Again, a very tactical thing, narrow. Man City have the ball, they're trying to push up and get a goal back, because in the Premier League earlier in the season. So the ball drops, Nunez starts to run, and Liverpool are about to break at speed, especially Nunez, who just goes like rocket. There he goes. He speeds away, races up the pitch at lightning speed, and you've got a 3v1. That's bad for Man City. So in every single situation, you think, Liverpool are going to score here because 3v1, come on now, you do that in training, that's easy, that's a fun game to play. And the obvious ball, clearly, he's got two options. He can just sort of slide it through here, then this guy, I think it's Jota maybe, is it? I'm not sure who that is. Can get in through and goal. Or he can pass it out to Mo Salah in this space here. Wonderful chance to score. So Nunez keeps going. Nope, doesn't pass. Here we go, it's still got the time to pass it into Salah. He's just right here, ready for that through ball. Takes a shot. It's a wrong decision. It's bad technique. So that's the thing. He's not a natural finisher yet, and the decision making is wrong. So that ball then gets away. Liverpool don't get their second goal, but Man City don't get back into it, and it's a 1-0 win. Fine, they get away with it there. Here is a similar situation. Darwin Nunez, they're playing more of a 4-4-2 now. Here's Salah and Nunez. He goes into the left channel. That's what he likes to do a lot. Go into the channels always. The ball comes over the top. That pace, he absolutely burns Laporte. He leaves him just gone. There's no way he's getting close to him, and Jurgen Klopp's talked about that. It's his work rate, and his physical attributes are incredible. So the rest of the technique stuff you can work on. You can work on your shooting, you work on your passing, all that sort of stuff. The things you can't really teach are the physical attributes, really, and the know-how anticipation of where things are going to go. So he leaves him, in you go. You get Salah. Nathan Ake defends this really well. In fact, he defends it perfectly. He's tight to Salah. He's always in the right position. So when Nunez gets to this bit, having gone past Laporte, the correct decision here is probably to open the body up and try and curl it into that far corner, because that's the way you do it. Like either a low shot or a high shot. That's how you're going to beat the goalkeeper from that position. It's a difficult place to be. Mo Salah's marked by the defender, so you think, well, he's got to shoot. Nunez passes. It's something that I don't think anyone would expect him to do, because it makes no sense in the situation, because the ball is very likely going to go to Nathan Ake. But that's why it works, because Ake keeps going, doesn't expect the pass, it gets to Salah, and he's able to score into an empty net, because it's against what anyone else would do. And that's half the fun of it. It's the wrong decision, but it's also the absolutely perfect, brilliant decision that no one else has thought of. And that's part of the charm of Darwin Nunez. That's why he's chaos. He does things no one else would do. Don't know why. He shoots in weird ways, because it just does, but it works sometimes. It goes against what everyone else does. That's why he's fun to watch. It's a bit different. You get all these academy players come through and they do this, because they're meant to be there, they're doing that. He's got all the right body shapes, all the right body positions, the same thing. Right positions to be in, movement off the ball, fantastic. And he's got the aggressiveness and the work rate to be able to become an amazing player. He's only 23. This example is a weird one. He's going to be amazing. He's so special to watch. Enjoy watching Darwin Nunez. If you enjoyed that, or what I said about him, subscribe to our channel, which is also full of chaos. Have a good time.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic brings you the best sports journalism in the world in a personalised experience, connecting you with the stories and teams that you care about the most. There's coverage of 13 sports, plus direct access to world-class journalists through live Q&As, discussions and podcasts. And you can try it now for free for 30 days by clicking the link in the description.